Hey guys, MasakoX here, and welcome to another edition of The Comment Section. Yeah, I know I skipped a week, but that was down to a certain little project that me and the Team 4-Star guys put up, and you should just go check it out there. But anyway, let's get on with it. Just a little note, you can still send stuff to the PO box. I'm actually starting to see some trickle in, so just be sure that if you want to get some things sent to me, then just check the address in the description. But now on to questions! Now since this question kind of covers the same thing, I'm just gonna lump these two together. Masako, what are your favourite animes? Also, if you could choose to voice any anime character, who would it be and why? And what are your top 5 favourite anime? Well, let's get the top 5 thing out of the way first. Let's go with number 5, that's Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Then at number 4, it's Mahoramatic. Then at number 3, it's Mysterious Girlfriend X. Really love that show. It's really underrated. Number 2, Knights of Sidonia. And then number 1, Martian Successor Nadesco. I seriously recommend that you watch Nadesco. It's just so much fun. It's great mid-90s mecha, and it's a complete satire which tends to actually stand up in its own right. It's great. As for voicing any anime character, well... voicing Il Palazzo from Excel Saga. That would be so cool. I mean, basically, he would just be so deadpan, but he's just rambling off loads of weird things, like just basically, and today, my young girls, we're going to be taking over the city by using extremely big cows. And the cows will suddenly pick the brief, and then they'll poison the entire human race into becoming under our control. Since you know Kerberfer pretty well, can you say for certain if there will be a season 3 of Tome? I don't really know specifically, but as for season 3, I don't think there will be. There might be some one-off specials, I don't know. But as term for the main story of Tome, that's kind of done. And actually, it was done really well. I seriously go recommend watching the whole Tome series. It won't take you that long. It's really awesome. And I'm in it. What is something that you like and dislike about the art style of Dragon Ball Super? What I like about it is because it's really clean. And what I dislike about it is because it's clean. Now let me explain. It's great to see Dragon Ball with the new digital colouring art style. That's great. And actually getting to see loads of the digital kind of animation techniques and motion blurs and big attacks and seeing things more epically done and so crisp and clean in an HD, that's awesome. But then again, what I don't like about it, apart from the questionable animation sometimes, is the fact that it's clean. It just doesn't have that organic feel. It doesn't feel raw. It doesn't feel, you know, real. It feels too squeaky and shiny. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, it's a bit of a nitpick, really. I'm just glad to see the new Dragon Ball, but hey, I mean, that's my answer. What's the best thing about being British? Being able to tolerate queues. Seriously, it's a lifesaver. All the airports I've been through, I'd have gone crazy if I hadn't had that power. What's your favourite video game of all time? Love your videos, by the way. Well, thank you, Frosty Feet. I would say there have to be 2. There's Nights into Dreams, which is just insanely good, and really you should play it. Not the 360 version, because the controls are a bit garbage. And then, of course, Sega Rally, and that has some special significance with me. When I was 9, I broke my arm. Due to a bit of a competitive streak by somebody pushing me down, and I broke this arm right here. While I was recuperating, my mum actually got me a copy of Sega Rally, and I played that so much just to take my mind off the pain and inconvenience of having a broken arm when you're a kid. And, you know, means a lot to me. So, probably those 2 games. What is the worst fanfiction you've ever read? Probably the worst choice I made was the Half-Life An Extraordinary Tale. It didn't end up being as exciting as I thought it would be, so I'm really kind of regretting choosing that. There are so many better examples, for example, you know, Vegeta fighting Jesus. I'm just putting it out there. What's your favourite cereal? Mine's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I actually don't really have cereal anymore. I kind of stick to porridge because it helps wake me up in the morning. And not to mention that you can add like honey, you can add nuts to it, you can add all sorts to it. It's very versatile. I mean, I know you can add that to cereal, but you know, porridge is just more Oaty. Years ago when you first began your work with TFS, did you imagine it would become as big as it has now with all of your merchandise and spin-off gaming channels? Also, what advice could you give to people who are interested in becoming voice actors, be it for small or larger scale projects? Well, first off, no. We had no idea that this would get as big. As far as we were concerned in 2008, all we wanted to do was just make a little parody and work together and have fun. We liked each other and we just wanted to collaborate. That's all we were doing. We just want to have fun. And we still do have fun. And that's why we do it. I mean, if you didn't like our stuff, then we would be nowhere near as successful as we have been. And it's down to you, really. I know it's a cheap answer, but it's true. As for becoming a voice actor, all I can say is just give it a go. Just get yourself out there and just find a little project, audition for it, get cast in it maybe, and then just see where it goes from there. How did you overcome your anxiety? I would love to do what you do, but I would get too nervous being in front of a camera. Well, I don't think I'm ever going to escape from full-on anxiety. I can help mask it, and when it comes to the actual doing stuff in front of a camera and speaking to people, like 2,500 people at once on panels at conventions, and just talking to people for days, that's just something that you learn over time. We've been doing this for like 5-6 years. It takes patience and it takes a long time to get over. And really, it's fun. It was very hard to begin with because, you know, going to my first convention, being in a room with 200 people that were listening to everything that we had to say, that was crazy. And I was bricking it. Really. My 23-year-old self was really scared. But now it's, you know, I can actually just have fun and not really worry about it. I want to try and do my best to make sure I do good content, but other than that, it's just really good. All I can just say is just try and beat the anxiety out, really. Overcome it. Face it. And then just realize that you actually enjoy doing it. Now that we know how you voice Goku, how do you voice Gohan?
In kind of like for Gohan, it's kind of a little hard because this is being recorded in the morning because my voice is naturally deeper in the morning. Arch your neck up and then kind of like force more air through and then just, it's hard to describe really, but try and force your vocal cords to be really much tighter than usual.
And that's how you do it. You're super nice. I get it, and thank you. Do you pre-read the fanfics? I hope not in some ways, because your reaction to some of the more smutty ones is freaking hilarious and it tickles me. Well, actually, I do pre-read them, and when my girlfriend finds some actual good fanfictions to help me, it actually helps that she's had a bit of a screening process on it, and then when I see it, I can then make the judgment call about whether to add it to an episode or to a stream. So whenever I find a fanfiction though on my own, I tend to just read it, make sure it's less than 1,000 words because I don't want to make the videos too long on YouTube, and just like see whether it's any good, whether it's actually worth me making the episode and whether you want to actually see it, if it's enticing. If I get a couple of laughs out of it when I first read it, then, you know, it's going in. How come you aren't playing Adult Gohan? Are you going to be playing Goten? Well, when it comes to Adult Gohan, that wasn't really down to me. That was down to the guys in terms of the direction they wanted to take Gohan, and really it was not going in the direction of having me as Adult Gohan. Just because I voice Goku and Gohan right now, like MasakoX does for the original Japanese dub, doesn't mean that they have to adhere to that. So really, if they want to pick someone else, then they can. As for Goten, as far as I know, there's been no plans what to do for Goten, so, you know, that's still up in the air. Do you know if Dragon Ball Z Abridged or Team 4-Star in general has any fans or even a fan base in Japan? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it'd be interesting and cool to see it kind of go around full circle, but I have no idea. The only thing I know about people in Japan knowing about Abridging is seeing that there's a Japanese fan sub for Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. So, Abridged's a thing there? Anyway, time to get on for what you've all been waiting for. The next goQ&A!
goQ&A, yeah! Yo, what's up, my Go crew? Let's time to answer some more questions, yeah? Hey, can you make Goku say something intelligent, or is that physically impossible? I don't know. Well, that would be an ecumenical Okay, I'm back. Hey, Goku, you can only choose one. Which would you say first? Your pizza or your son Gohan? Well, if you listen to the whole thing about cooler, you would see that it would go my food, my friends, my 2 emergency foods, and my son. So, in answer to that question, that would be pizza. Because pizza's delicious, and I can't eat my son. At least that's what Chi-Chi told me. You get all the muffins and bacon you want, but you have the power of Yamcha. Would it be worth it? Well, I don't know who this Yamcha is, but I'm sure he's pretty strong, so I'm gonna go and just say I'm okay with that. If you're traveling east to South City with Bulma, and your capsule corp vehicle is going 60 miles an hour, and the wind is blowing from the northwest, how many Dragon Balls does it take to screw in Freezer's underwear on a Thursday? If this is anything like the jockstrap incident, I don't want to know. What do you think of Golden Freezer or Freezer? Golden Delicious! Hey Goku, did you know there's a drink called Bacon Soda? You'll love it! goQ&A. Yeah!
Thank you, Goku. Some really interesting questions there. But anyway, that's all the time we have left for now. Thank you so much for listening, and be sure to like and subscribe this video. If you want to have a question answered, then just be sure to leave a comment below. Anyway, until next time, guys, catch you later. Hey, Goku, can I try some of that?
No!
Aww.